It's Harry Potter's 25th anniversary this weekend, and we got a top 5 list of Funko Pops for the Philosopher's Stone. Let's get right to it.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a top 5 list of Harry Potter and the Philosopher, or Sorcerer's Stone Funko Pops. Now, like I mentioned in the little intro there, it is going to be the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter as terms to the book of when the Philosopher / Sorcerer's Stone, for you American viewers, had came out. And we're still in the 20th anniversary loop of when the Philosopher's Stone movie came out, so it all ties together pretty well. But without further ado, let's kick off this list with my number 5 pick. So coming in at number 5 on my list, it is the Harry Potter with the Philosopher's Stone Pop from the recent 20th anniversary wave. I really enjoy this Funko Pop. I like the detail that's put onto Harry with the amount of dirt and scuffing that's either on his face or even on his shirt and pants overall. He's got some cuts below his eye and even on his hands there, which I think is really awesome attention to detail, and the rips on his shirt also to that scene where he obviously has the stone and Professor Quirrell, who is being used as a Horcrux by Voldemort, is trying to take the stone away from him. So it's really cool that they were able to really capture this scene very well into this simplistic 4-inch common Funko Pop. But the reason it's at the bottom of the list is because, believe it or not, I think there are a bit more detail as terms to the next 4 pops and some more memorable moments in my opinion as terms to these pops. So without further ado, let's go to my number 4 pick. Coming in at number 4 on my list, it is the Books A Million exclusive Seamus Finnegan. I think it's really awesome that Funko ended up doing this pop, especially for a funny moment that happens in a couple of the Harry Potter films, but the most memorable one came from the Philosopher's Stone, where essentially Seamus is trying to do the Wingardium Leviosa spell, and all of a sudden, it just explodes in front of him. So it's pretty crazy that even though there has been the time where he does a spell that involves potion, he's doing a spell in this case which involves just him lifting up a feather, and all of a sudden, big explosion. You got the scuffings and dirt marks across his face and in his hair also, which I really enjoy. It's for a very funny moment in the Harry Potter series, and I'm glad that they ended up doing this into a Funko Pop, especially early on, because I felt like it would have been one of those pops they did, let's say, in today's age, much later on, especially for the recent 20th anniversary. But let's move over to my number 3 pick. So coming in at number 3 on my list, it is the San Diego Comic-Con 2017 exclusive Harry Potter on Broom. I enjoy this pop very much, especially because I already have the common Harry Potter in the Quidditch outfit pop, but this is just so much better because he's actually flying on the broom, he's on the stand, and he's also chasing after the golden snitch. You got him reaching out for the golden snitch, he's got his one hand on the broom, and his hair is kind of placed in different places across his face because of the fact that obviously it would be very windy as he is trying to fly the broom. So that attention to detail is very great, and it's also worth a decent amount of money, I believe, on the Funko app. Yes, $91 Canadian as of this recording of the video, and this is only the shared sticker as I'm looking at, so it might actually be much higher with the con sticker involved with this Funko Pop. But let's move over to my number 2 pick. So coming in at number 2 on my list, it is the Box Lunch exclusive Harry Potter entering platform 9 3/4 pop movie moments. It is so awesome that they ended up doing this Funko Pop. I love the detail involved and how you can actually see part of the pop going through the wall, as obviously in this scene, this is Harry Potter trying to go and find platform 9 3/4 that he can't find, but obviously he has to go through the wall that is in between platforms 10 and 9, and they did an excellent job with this. Even on the sides of the pop, I believe there are the signs for 10 and 9. You got Hedwig on top of the cage, which is also on top of his luggage. You got Harry Potter with his one leg sticking out as he's pushing it, and then even you got part of the pop already going through the wall So that is really awesome. And I know this is also a very pricey pop, and I'm not surprised at the price, which is $137 Canadian, because of the fact that it's such a memorable moment. And I'm sure that a lot of hardcore Harry Potter fans really enjoy this pop as much as I do. Before we move on to my number one pick of my favorite Philosopher's Stone Funko Pop, we will be mentioning two honorable mentions for this top 5 list. So the first honorable mention I have listed is the Hermione Granger with Feather. And this is actually a pretty decent pop. I like the overall updated look of Hermione compared to the older Hermione pops. But this one is very memorable because this is the scene that I mentioned earlier about Seamus Finnegan, where they are getting taught the Wingardium Leviosa spell. And Hermione is very known for this scene because this is where Ron is trying the spell, and then obviously Hermione is like kind of correcting him, and then she perfects the spell, which is how this pop is. And I really like the detail of how they added like a clear part of this pop to where it's showing that she's obviously lifting up the feather doing the Wingardium Leviosa spell. But there was so much detail as terms to the 5 pops that are on this list already that I felt that this at least needed to be an honorable mention. And the second honorable mention I have for this list is the Funko Shop exclusive Harry Potter with the Hogwarts Letters Pop Deluxe. I really enjoy this Pop Deluxe. Obviously, this is the scene where the abundance of letters are being shoved down the chimney and out the fireplace because for weeks there have been letters sent to Harry Potter showing that he's been accepted to Hogwarts, but the Dursleys are just not accepting it, and they're trying to find every way possible to have no more letters go through their door. And the fact that they were able to pull this pop off in the way that they did is really, really cool. And I remember this actually surprisingly not selling out right away on the Funko Shop, which I am a bit surprised about. But the fact that they ended up doing this, especially for the 20th anniversary wave of Philosopher's Stone Pops, was really cool. I love the detail with the clothing that Harry is wearing, kind of even the facial expression already of him trying to catch the different letters to see that if he can open up one at least without the Dursleys trying to take it away from him and burn it or throw it out or do something to get rid of it. So I really do enjoy this pop, and this deserved to at least get an honorable mention for this top 5 list. But now we can move on to the number 1 Funko Pop on this top 5 list. Now coming in at number 1, my absolute favorite Funko Pop for the very first Harry Potter book / movie, Harry Potter and the Philosopher / Sorcerer's Stone, and that is the New York Comic Con 2018 exclusive Professor Quirrell. I really enjoy the way that this pop looks and how very revolutionary it was for the pop to be released at this time. You've never really seen a pop before where essentially it has some sort of piece over top of the head, and then you're able to remove it to show some sort of aspect of that pop to be added to it. I love the idea that you have the headpiece with Professor Quirrell, and then you're able to remove it, and then when you turn the pop around, it obviously has the face of Voldemort because that's exactly what was shown in that scene in Philosopher's Stone. And I wonder how many Harry Potter fans actually have this out of box, because I feel like with the way that this pop is pulled off, it should be an out of box pop, but then there are those people that like pops in box, so it's like, it kind of sucks that you'll never really get to show off the Voldemort side of the head if you have it in box. But this is a pop where it can get away with being in box and out of box at the same time. Really enjoy this, and this definitely has retained a lot of value. I believe it's almost $200 Canadian as of the recording of this video, which I don't blame it because it is such a revolutionary pop. And they eventually did this later on with, I believe, a pop from Black Panther where it also had a removable piece along with it. And I'm surprised Funko hasn't really made any more removable piece pops since the release of both this pop and that Black Panther pop that I talked about just a second ago. And I believe if this feature was never added to this Funko Pop, I'm not even sure if it would have made this list. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on my top 5 list of Harry Potter and the Philosopher / Sorcerer's Stone's Funko Pop list, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let me know your favorite pop from this specific book / movie, whether I listed it or not. And as said in the intro, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.